it is just so important, especially in family medicine, to have a personal relationship with your physician.
And one thing that Bridget did, she sat down and we talked and talked one-on-one, and I think that's good for doctors to do. And once you get out in the practice, lots of doctors don't do that.
And I don't think you can be just one legacy teacher. I think you can learn from every patient that you treat.
Since he was in the hospital, I got to round with Dr. Benz every day, and so every day I would come in and check on how Jim was doing, and then I would chat and get to know both of them a little bit better, and then over time I got to meet some family members, and I really felt like I formed a bond with them, and it was one of the first times that I really felt like I was getting to know a patient as a person, and that I was really taking care of someone medically that I actually cared about personally.
The first time she met me, she just sat down and said, well, tell me a little bit about, your history and a little about that. And I'm sure it went through her mind, oh my gosh, this woman is only 40 years old and she has all these problems. But she never showed that or anything.
When I was in the hospital, Dr. Dana came in. She was doing her practice, and it seemed like we just connected,
She
Yes.
came by every day to check on Mom, and because we have a family member there all the time, if Mom was asleep, she'd talk to us and say, okay, how's she feeling? Has she complained about anything, or talk, how's she feeling today? I said, and we'd talk to her and tell her. She goes, okay, be sure to tell her I dropped by and I'll try to come back by later. And I was so impressed with that.
I thought that the luncheon was important just because it was nice to honor Kim, and honor her as a teacher. She did teach me a lot of different things, medically and just, personally. So I think that the luncheon was nice to kind of bring her and I together again, and then also highlight her great teaching.
The luncheon itself was so very well done, and we were just so pleased and just
honored.
Honored, absolutely honored. What a sweetie.
At the luncheon, when we came in, there was somebody there to greet us and show us where to sit, and it was just made me feel real important.
What was interesting also, I thought, was that the entire second year was invited to come to the dinner to see what they have looked forward to.
But it was nice because everyone does get to come together, all of the mentors, the teachers, and all of the students. And then we also get to, talk about what the interactions meant to the students. And I feel like that's a really important part of medical school because they really are important to our education overall.
I've thought a lot about the legacy teachers experience and the Bunties in particular. And every time, the first things that come to my mind are those experiences with you guys in the clinic and in the hospital, and how much that human interaction meant to me.
Well, it's amazing to me that, just to think that I had an influence on her. And I really feel like in the letter that she wrote that it's going to make a big difference in how she looks at other patients.
I think the things that I learned are that everyone is different, but you can't just take a person for face value. You have to dig into their interior and find out what they're really all about, and Bridget did that.
But the one thing that really would make Dana stand out, as far as I'm concerned, is that if she takes, and pardon this expression, but if she takes a liking to her patients, other patients, like she did Sue, she's going to be a fantastic doctor. Now that was outstanding.
I have a lot of friends in medical school, and they're going to be all kinds of different doctors, not just family medicine, but I think all of them really took these same feelings away with the experience about in whatever field they choose. I really feel that they're going to focus on the human aspects of it and caring for their patients as people and never forgetting that they're there to serve and to help.